You know what, man? I don't care what nobody says, man. You dating single mothers, you taking in leftover females, leftover women. I don't understand why mothers. It's like clearly you wasn't her first choice. You're gonna come along and take care of somebody else's seed, man. Really? You put on your cap to save a whole, outfit out here saving women with children. I can't stand it, bro. I can't stand to see this shit. You think you're a winner dating a single mother, man? After she done had somebody else's kid, and now you gotta be, you know, you gotta be stepdaddy. You gotta play stepdaddy. You know, dudes gotta get it together, man. You know, going overseas just to date a single mom, it just, a lot of dudes they don't see nothing wrong with it as long as the female has a putang between her legs. They're okay. They're going they're gonna deal with single mothers regardless. They say, okay, I don't deserve anything better in life. I don't deserve women without children. The one thing about them single mothers, man, once they grip their claws around you, it's gonna be hard to shake them. Now, you can go over to like Thailand and be picky as hell if you want to. But I'm seeing foreigners taking in leftover females, man. That's funny. After they get knocked up by their men, they start checking for you. You ever notice that? A lot of these females, they get knocked up by their own men in Thailand, and then they start checking for foreigners, and then here come a sucker, foreigner out of nowhere, ready to take them in, ready to be stepdaddy, and not knowing that you're taking in leftover women, man. They call, you know, women with children, women that are overweight, women who are past the age of 30 in China, leftover women, man. That kid has nothing to do with me, man. If I'm going over there and I'm spending money buying houses and cars and stuff, I'm not gonna want a leftover woman, man. Why not start your own like thing, man? Like where it's just you and your child at the dinner table. The older guys, they're more likely to fall for the single mother trap. Dudes in their 60s and stuff, you know. They just want a young female. That's it. They want a young, hot tenderoni around them, and they want to be, um, they want to be just associated with young women, and because in the West, you're not going to be able to get a young, hot, young 22, 23-year old female being 60 years old. That's not going to happen unless you got like super bread. And that's why a lot of these dudes they move to the country like Thailand and the Philippines because they want a younger woman, but it's gonna come at a cost. See, you got to be checking for the females that are childless, man. And I know it's going to be a challenge getting over there, weeding out the women with children, but you want to start your own destiny. You want to start your own legacy. You want this female to have your children first because that's like saying that you're special, you know, saying like I'm gonna give birth to like your children first. You know, women without children are the most desirable. I don't care what nobody says. Anywhere in the world, the U.S., the UK, Brazil, Thailand, Colombia, the Philippines, women without children are the most desirable. And you don't see nothing wrong with taking leftovers. A lot of guys don't see nothing wrong with that, but I do. I see something wrong with it because you're taking in somebody else's leftovers. Somebody else, you got to take care of somebody else's seed, and then when she has your children, when she has your children, you know, they're gonna be like a Brady Bunch family, okay? You know, and you got to be a simp. You got to be a simp to be taking in somebody else's kid, man. That's called sympatry, man. You see, in the West, man, we're more forgiving about that stuff. Them men in those countries, they don't play that crap. Men in Thailand, you know, men in the Philippines, they avoid single mothers like the plague, man. But why does the West? Why do like Westerners go to other countries and start dating these women that the Filipino men don't want to have nothing to do? You know, if a female is unattractive in Thailand and she's a single mother, she's pretty much a finished deal. She's gonna be a single mother forever, unless a thirsty, desperate, low value foreigner comes to the rescue. I'm like, when I get over there, I'm gonna be checking for females without children. Once I find out she has kids, I'm just gonna be like, okay, I'm done with this. See, a lot of dudes they get attached very easily, and I understand why. You're starving, you know, you're dying of sexual thirst, right? You ain't had no sex in a long time. You ain't had any type of intimacy in a long time. And the first single mother that comes your way and gives you some action, you're jumping on the boat. You see what I'm saying? You jumping on her boat quick. Nah, don't do that. Take your time. When you get over there to Thailand, the Philippines, or anywhere in the world, man, that you're traveling, you know, you want to take your time getting over there. She got a kid, stop talking to her. That's all you got to do is just stop. Why keep talking to her when you find out she got a kid? I don't care if you never see that kid ever. I don't care what nobody says. You know, David Campbell, the guy is a loser, man. Yeah, I said it, man, because he's dating a single mother. But yeah, he's blind and crippled and stuff like that. I understand that. But it's still a single mother. It doesn't take away just because he's blind and crippled, it doesn't take away the fact that she's a single mother. The kid don't live there, and we all know why for obvious reasons. You know why the kid doesn't live there at the house. It's because David don't want to be bothered with him. That's what it really is, and they don't want to mess up that bread and butter for the family. That's why the kid don't live there. David does not want to raise anybody else's kid. He's too old to be dealing with somebody else's kid. It's just more stuff that he got to go through in that house, or more personality that he got to deal with. You know, there's another guy here on YouTube dating a single mother. I'm like, bro, why are you dating these single mothers? You know, same thing. Chocolate Man in Thailand. I think Fa, she's a single mother, but you never see the kid. The kid is somewhere at the village somewhere away, so she can have a dating life with foreigners. Because we all know that kids, babies or whatever, they ruin everything in the relationship. When a kid is born into a relationship, that's more stress and headache. And then even, I mean, it becomes worse if you have two kids and then the relationship is over or there's a divorce. You ever notice that when a couple has two kids, their relationship come to an end? You ever notice that? Something about that second child just ends everything. More stress, more babies crying, more stuff you got to deal with. You see what I'm saying? And I hate to be harsh, but us men, we want women without children, man. A lot of dudes they don't know how to like stop talking to a female once he find out that she has children by another man. A lot of dudes they don't know how to stop talking to the female. They don't know how to cut off all communication with the female. I would quickly. I don't care if I slept with her, man. You know, after sex, I'm gonna ask her. I'm gonna like, hey, do you have a kid? If her answer is yes, I cut off all communication with her, man. Shit, I might not hit it. I might ask her before we have sex. Do you have a kid by another man? Yes. Okay, well, we can't talk no more. Keep weeding out. Keep weeding out the single mothers. Look at Richie Mack. He not dating a single mother, man. What's her name? The girl that he with, the travel OG, Richie Mack, L, or whatever her name is. She's not a single mother, not that I know of, anyway. They could be hiding it, but she's not dating a single mother. So why do you have to date a single mother? You know, these women made bad choices, and for you to come along and save them, it goes to show that you're still low value, man. Where was she when she didn't have the kid? You know what I'm saying? Was she checking for you before she had a kid? No. So she wasn't checking for you before the kid, but after the kid, all of a sudden she's checking for you. Nah, you gotta let that go. You know what I'm saying? You have to let it go. You have to say no. I want to start my own legacy. You might have to go and get a 23 or 24-year-old female without children. Go younger, shit. If you can't find a female that's 25, childless, just say no. Just say, hey, I might have to go younger. I might have to go to a 22 or 23-year-old female to be with. If I can't find a female that's older without children, I'm just going to have to settle for the youngins. But, my ex girlfriend, she had a child, man, and her child drove me nuts. That's the reason why I don't want to deal with females with children. It's just a super simp move, man. Super simp. That's what it is. You know, coming out of nowhere to the rescue, saving her from all her responsibilities. You know, I mean, here in the U.S., I can understand if you're dating a single mother or something like that because there's not a whole lot of women to go around. So I can understand, but even then, it's like, man, a single mother though, and that's what you get, man. If you ain't built nothing, if you ain't become anything, a single mother is what you're gonna get, man. And I hate to say it, but it's the truth, man. Because winners don't take in single mothers, man. Dudes who got money and stuff like that, they don't have to take in single mothers. Only dudes who got low paying jobs or dudes who, it's just like, man, it's like I'm watching this show. I forgot her name, but she's a Asian Korean girl, and she was dating an African guy. I think her name was Lily or whatever, Lily's World or whatever. You know, she dated some African guy, got married, had two kids. The relationship came to an end, right? And after that, some simp, some black American guy came out of nowhere and just swooped her off her feet, even though she had two kids by another man, but he had kids himself, so I guess, you know. But if you ain't got no kids as a man, you shouldn't be dating women with kids. That's why I always say, man, get your bread up so you don't have to deal with these women who got children, man. You see what I'm saying? It's just like you can't like discipline the child. You know, one day you're gonna hear, "You're not my daddy." You see what I'm saying? You know, winners get the women without children, and it's like, um, it's kind of like a slap in the face too. Like you wasn't checking for me before, and then all of a sudden you got knocked up, and now you checking for me. It's like that's hella trifling, man. You know, that's hella trifling because I wasn't good enough to get the first dibs. You see, that's basically what they're saying. Nope, you're not good enough to get the first dibs. I'm gonna give my first dibs to Chad and Tyrone, and you gonna get me later. You know, you're gonna get me later. You're not gonna get me now. You get me when I'm left over. That's what they basically saying, man. You know. Anyway, I'm tired, man. You guys have a good night. I'm about to go to sleep. You guys stay up. Peace out. Take care and bless. I'm out.